What's up, family? So today is World Diabetes Day, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my experience as a type 1 diabetic and to raise awareness about a condition that affects many people, type 1 and type 2. Gestational diabetes, there are a lot of ways that our pancreas and insulin resistance can be created. My pancreas does not produce insulin, which is what makes me an insulin-dependent type 1 diabetic. So I'm not wearing it on my arm today, but oftentimes I am wearing a white pod on my arm, and that is an insulin administration device, and I need insulin to live. So this is for my type 1s and those of you dealing with diabetes out there. You are stronger than anything that can happen to you. Our autoimmune condition will not conquer us. We are able to turn pain and turn it into power. So I just wanted to talk also about how I deal with it. Like every type 1 diabetic has really, really hard days. And I try to be forgiving and patient with myself, because as an athlete, there are days where I go low and or high, and that kind of tightrope walk of not being able to always control how your body's going to react to certain foods or activities is incredibly frustrating. But I was an ultramarathoner when I was diagnosed. I was diagnosed well into adulthood, and that's why a lot of folks don't know that it's not just something that affects children. It's no longer only juvenile diabetes, it's type 1 diabetes. And I'm an example of that. So I was already running ultramarathons when I was diagnosed, and I vowed that I was going to continue doing just that. And it required being creative, being proactive, being my own best advocate in speaking with those who were my caretakers in the medical community, and honestly taking some risks and trial and error. I wear an Omnipod insulin pump, and I will suspend or greatly reduce my insulin during activity. I always have juice when I am training, running, strength training, and of course teaching on the bike and on the tread, and on during our strength classes at Peloton. It is not easy, and I have to choose to find strength from that experience. So if I were to give 2 tips to my type 1s out there, it would be start to really listen to your body, start to pay attention to how your body reacts to certain foods. I'm a plant-based athlete. I am vegan, and I eat a lot of fruit, a lot of nuts, a lot of plant-based foods, a lot of greens. I recommend that you check out at Mastering Diabetes. I've been working with that team for a few months, and I think that their point of view on diabetes management is really, really smart. So check out the Mastering Diabetes community. And the second tip I would give to my autoimmune warriors is to know that you are stronger than anything that can happen to you. That diabetes may have happened, but it is not your whole story. So it is possible to run marathons, ultramarathons, to strength train, to feel fit. It is all possible. So I want you to think about how much control, think about what you have control over. Think about the things that you do have control over, and use them as part of your superhero toolkit, which also includes insulin. Happy World Diabetes Day. Stay strong, baby. This is just part of our story.